Hey everybody, Robert the Coroner Drap here with a little bit of a WWE retro review. I started watching WWE things from 2007 whilst, most of the unpacking is done. So while I'm cooking, I'm watching currently the WWE SmackDown number 20, episode number 25 from 2000, just shortly before, I think it was 19 days out from No Way Out, the last match, I believe, Mick Foley ever wrestled. Now, while I don't remember the major storylines, I know the big names, and I remember the big events. So I kind of put myself in this position where watching the old stuff, it's like, oh, hey, I recognize that, and oh my god, where's this person? I know that name. Why can I not see them? Because they're not in yet. So you got Perry Saturn, Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, rest in peace, and Chris Benoit. They start off as a heel faction. Did not know. Didn't remember. Been kind of weird watching it that way. So, just got to kind of enjoy it while it lasts. Things I've seen, I did not see, but I remember the pink slip on a pole match that The Rock and Mankind went through. That was interesting. And then you watch the three, what was it, the Rock versus the New Age Outlaws on Monday Night Raw. Come with me on this journey while I check my food. And check out, see, we're decorating. It's coming together. The WWE Championship, I forget who had it before Triple H. I think it was the Big Show. It was the Big Show. He'd won it, I think, at Royal Rumble. It was a triple threat match. So, yeah, those look done. Just making food for all those who are going to watch this later. I wish I had more than a cell phone. Yeah, but, when you love a thing, when you want to do a thing, when you want to make it work, you find a way to make it work. So, as I was saying, Kurt Angle debuted at the Royal Rumble against Taz. Apparently, he'd been on a bit of a winning streak, and it was a thorn in Stephanie McMahon's side. She didn't want that, so they finally put him up against Taz, and Taz comes out there and destroys him, and it was great. No, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie. The only part that I liked was the fact that Kurt Angle got his mouth shut. I don't like Taz. I really don't. I now see there's a good reason why he didn't make it in the WWE as a in-ring competitor. And I guess I'm kind of watching these to not only catch up to where we were before, when I first started watching in 2000, to where we are now, and kind of the build-up and the hype and the way that everything worked back then. It now also lends itself for me, not just, oh my god, I'm marking out everything, I believe it, it's real, to let's watch some good wrestling, let's see what happens kind of thing. Sorry. I have to say, I really don't like Taz's wrestling style. I really don't. And I can't wait, because I watched Sidewalk Slam on Loading Ready Run. Two great guys, Graham and Alex. Graham and Adam. Just got done watching Quirp Line before I started recording this, and no, yeah, they made mention of the fact that there was a technical masterpiece done by Benoit and Angle. So I can't wait to see that. I really can't. I would love to see that match. So I'm keeping an eye out for it. Also, just getting to see these WWE legends start their WWE career, knowing that they used to be in ECW, which I could go back and watch. I really don't want that to happen. You know, kind of go back and be let down. But we move on. You know, you kind of just some parts, you know, some it's like reading a book you haven't read in forever. You just pick it up and you're like, oh yeah, I remember this part. I know what's going to happen next, but let's see how you got there, kind of thing. So watching these guys get to where they're going to go from where they are now, it's going to be interesting. Let's see what's next. The evolution of the Dudleys, Hardys, Edge and Christian, and the New Age Outlaws. I gotta say, knowing that Road Dogg Jesse James and Badass Billy Gunn are, you know, just WWE legends that'll never be forgotten. Pardon me. WWE legends that'll never be forgotten, wrestling against these men who defined, for me, tag team champions. Multiple reigns that were just wars to lose and win. The Dudleys currently in their current iteration are heels, and they're just putting everybody through tables. And they had the first ever tables match, and I was watching a tag team tables match. I watched that at Royal Rumble 2000, and the Hardys won. And you watch, and for me, it's kind of, I remember watching the Hardys, remember watching Edge and Christian, remember watching the Dudleys, remember these epic matches that happened, but kind of vaguely. Like, I know they occurred. I remember being super excited or super sad or, you know, upset whenever certain ones would lose and win, but never remembering the result, never remembering the spots, never remembering what happened at this point. And you watch Jeff do a senton off the fucking top of an entrance ramp onto Devon or Bubba Ray Dudley through two tables, and it's like, you guys should be dead. Seriously, you guys should not be walking. You should be in a hospital on machinery, but you're alive and you're still doing it? The hell? And the stuff that they got away with back in the day. Now that I'm grown up, now that I'm a little bit more aware of what's going on, like Harvey Finkel becoming the WWE Women's Champion by cross-dressing. Did nobody check? No. No, we want to shit on the Women's Championship by giving it to a man. And what's sad is I know it's going to happen again. When I get into the more modern WWE, I'm talking somewhere around 2010-ish, I want to say. Santino Marella does it again. What's old is new again. So that'll be fun to watch. Um, there are certain superstars from today that I'm watching out for as well. I'm trying to keep an eye out for is like John Cena, Daniel Bryan. Dude, I can't wait to see Daniel Bryan. The Miz, early Miz and Miz now. That's going to be something to see, because Miz has always been heel. There's never been a face run for Miz, and there shouldn't be. They should never go, you know what's a good idea? Let's take this guy who's been a career heel, just the biggest asshole, and make him face. No. WWE Creative, do yourself a favor. Never, ever, ever do that. What's next? What else? What I hope to get out of this is, just like I said, a clearer understanding. Things that have happened. You watch The Rock win the Royal Rumble 2000. That was, what got me was, they kept having these guys, Funaki and Taka and Funaki, I guess. They were a pair of Japanese tag team guys. Don't remember them, but they kept coming back. And one of them, when he got pitched over the top, because they'd come in, they do a little bit, get in a little offense, get pitched over the side, pitched over the top rope, and then they'll, turn around, come back later. No. Just no. Stop. What are you doing? But I think it was Funaki got a concussion, because up until now I haven't seen him again since the Royal Rumble. So, and currently that was the December pay-per-view, and now we're going into No Way Out. That should be interesting. What else has happened? The McMahon-Helmsley era has apparently started. And in this McMahon-Helmsley era, with DX kind of running roughshod and running the show, because Triple H is WWF champion, but he's also married currently to Stephanie McMahon, which, to be honest, just to kind of throw my cred under the cred into the crapper more, I don't really remember how that whole thing happened, and I'm not going back. Not at current. Maybe sometime in the future, but right now, no. Not going to go that far back. Just to try and figure out what's going on with that marriage. But in the McMahon-Helmsley era, they made the decision, I think it was because Chris Jericho and Chyna wrestled, rest in peace. And there was a double pin, and instead of having another match, Stephanie's like, screw it, you're co-intercontinental champions, you both have to have the title, but one of you wrestles at a time. Whoever loses the title loses it for the both of you. You're done. I think that's kind of dumb. What do I know? I don't know a thing. Next. It ended up being a triple threat at Royal Rumble for the Intercontinental Championship, which Chris Jericho promptly won, and that then turned into Chyna somehow being with Chris Jericho. Like, she likes him and respects him and all this, and I'm like, when do you get with Hunter, or did that already happen? No, wait, I think it already happened. Because I remember she was with DX. So, again, storylines, a bit blurry in my head. So, thoughts on The Rock. I have to admit biased on this because The Rock being in a lot of the main events, a lot of the title picture for a very, very long time. I've always been a fan of The Rock. I really have. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. He was the progenitor of the I'm neither face nor heel kind of gimmick. He'd come out and he'd put over with the crowd by, finally, The Rock has come back to blank. That popped every time. The millions and millions gimmick popped every time. And then he'd do heel shit. He's The Rock. Nobody cares. Go out there, do your thing, put on a damn good match, and we'll call it square. And that's what he did. I want to say, I can't wait to see, because he was supposed to face, I think it was a Royal Rumble. He was supposed to, no, it was Cactus Jack versus Triple H at that point, but the pay-per-view before, I don't remember what it was, but it was the Raw before, because I was trying to lead into the Raw and SmackDown. I was trying to lead into the Royal Rumble, and I was trying to understand the storylines that came in. But before, it was a triple threat, and there was another one that was supposed to be The Rock, Stone Cold, and Triple H. I don't know about you, but currently that's still a damn good match. Like, even now, if Stone Cold were to come out and say, you know what, I don't want to be retired no more. I want to do another program. I want to do another match, but it's going to be Triple H, The Rock, and Stone Cold. The match I never got to wrestle because I got run over by a car. Got run over by a car. I would go see that match if I could. So, let's see. Certain other things that get me. I don't like Michael Cole. I'm realizing very swiftly I hate the team, the announced team of Michael Cole and Jerry the King Lawler. It's like, Michael Cole, you're terrible. I love every Raw I get to watch. Why? Because it's Jim Ross. It's motherfucking Jim Ross. How do you not love everything the man says? The entire thing, and the way he interacts with certain wrestlers on the mic, everything's genuine. He makes you believe it. Just like Mauro Ranallo, and Corey Graves, dude. That's a great announce team. Jerry King Lawler back in the day with Jim Ross is like, it's okay. I can deal with it. It's fine. But Jim Ross by himself, just fantastic. Love watching the matches. Love getting to watch Raw with Jerry Lawler, with JR, Jim Ross. It's just beautiful. And you watch his interaction with like the Dudleys and certain other things, and you could hear him when he says certain things like, "Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that." He's hoping they hear him. He's one of us. He makes you believe this is real. This man is putting his body on the line, and he is going to hurt himself, and he's going to hurt others, and it's gonna be a thing. So just loving it, every minute of it. I know I'll probably get some flack for not watching the really, really old stuff, like the originals, the best of the best. The WWE legends like Hogan and all those guys. Just I don't have the energy to go that far back. I figure I start where I knew kind of, and then move on forward with the intention that I will not be trying to mark out in the way that I used to when I was younger, but trying to approach it from, okay, I know this is staged. I know this is not real. I want to see the storyline progression of this action, and go from there. Let's see. The next pay per view is No Way Out. Other than not even really the Cactus Jack match where he's putting his title versus career in Hell in a Cell. I'm not really that interested, and I think I remember back in the day that I really didn't care that Cactus Jack came back and that he wrestled Triple H and Triple H won. It's like, dude, you're hardcore, but I don't care. You're wrestling somebody who's not. Triple H never has, never will be, nor should he be a hardcore guy. He that's not the character of Hunter Hearst Helmsley. That's not a thing that he should be doing. He should not be in a structure like that. But at least I feel like this has been building. This needs a great blow-off match. I thought the street fight at Royal Rumble, that would have been good enough. You know? Like, he got it done. But no. And I have to say this, and since I'm talking about it, I feel also kind of bad that I don't care about Mick Foley's career in that aspect. Especially retroactively looking back, and you look at, he was with WWE, he was Mankind, wrote a best-selling autobiography about his life, became Cactus Jack, went through a street fight, lost twice, retired, went to TNA, didn't work for TNA anymore. Now he's back with the WWE as a general manager, and nobody cares. Again, feel bad. What are you gonna do? If I had to just kind of wrap it all up, if you don't have the WWE Network, this Sunday coming up is TLC, as they slip into the commercial breaks. I don't hate it. I also kind of like the fact that you watch and there are certain modern commercials that they slip in for ad revenue. Then there's the old WWE, WWF commercials. So, interesting to say the least. But yeah, no. I almost also want to go back and watch just pay-per-views. Watch all of the Royal Rumbles, all the WrestleManias, all of the other old pay-per-views, and see where that goes. But I feel like that's a lazy cop-out. While that's a lot of content, currently I've been at it for the last couple days. I mean, I got the app shortly before SummerSlam, Survivor Series, I should say. And watching these old matches probably makes me want to go, but I'm not done yet. I don't have $10 a month. Maybe when I get a little more funding, I'll do it again, or maybe I'll just use a different email. Start there. Anyway, thank you for listening to me rant on about old WWF. I'm gonna say that until they turn to WWE or I get there. But thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. That'd be great. So, see y'all later.